And so the last game of the round is finished, and Fabiano Caruana and Wang made a draw. So please tell us about this game, the most important things about it.
Well, we played a very solid line of the Petrov. I mean, I played this myself in the match against Magnus, and I wasn't entirely happy to see this line because it's not the most popular line, but it's a very good one. And if you want to really test black, you either go for the endgame, which I went for, or you play some very sharp lines involving like bishop g5, which I couldn't quite remember, and so instead I opted for the endgame, where you don't really need to remember anything, you don't need to have any analysis, you can just play it, but it's also very balanced. And I at some point I was a bit optimistic. After bishop g5 I thought I had a good position, but Hao played a very strong move king f7, and after that I didn't really see any logical way to continue. And knight g3 looked very tempting. I mean, bishop f3, knight f5 is strong, but after c4 I was already I had kind of counted on bishop h7, but this is at least nothing, and so I started to play probably a bit carelessly and ended up in a slightly worse position rather than a slightly better one.
So do you agree with this assessment of the game?
Yes, bit of, but I wasn't so sure if I had any chances to get advantage. I thought that okay, black would be slightly better, but maybe the game would end in a draw anyways.
So the history of your encounters is not very good for you, Fabiano, because Hao won many games against you. So does it influence your play usually?
No, not really. I mean, I have a bad score against Hao. -5. I've never won a classical game against him, or I'm not even sure if we've ever played Rapid Blitz. But the majority of the games we played were also quite a long time ago, and recently we only played in Isle of Man, and we made a draw there. So a lot of the games I lost, I already feel like the distant past.
And how does this factor influence your play also?
Okay, I don't really think so, because basically like what Fabiano said, and the main part of our game was already ended a long time ago. So it's just the new start for everyone, I would say.
And who of the players from the past influenced your play?
It's hard to point out one player. I would say a lot of the world champions of the past I studied, and they all contributed something, contributed a lot to the development of chess. And I mean, I guess growing up in the U.S., kind of Fischer was the biggest name, and I mean, I think what he accomplished is probably the greatest any chess player, and the greatest thing any chess player has ever accomplished, despite his reign being very short, and his peak being very short. And a lot of players like Kasparov or like Lasker had much longer world championship reigns, but of course he was always a very influential figure for me.
And for you?
Okay, I would say that of course Fischer is. I believe that he's probably the best player of the time. Okay, but I think that still haven't. Okay, I cannot remember too many games of his games, and okay, I only remember a lot of games by modern players. I would say that Caruana influenced my play a lot. Yes.
Thank you very much and good luck to you.
Thank you.